Steve is a windbag, and that technology can save your phone.
No. Airbag technology is now available to save your phone.
Okay, well, the CDC says don't drink the water if there are dead fish floating in it.
Do we really need the CDC to tell us that?
Uh-huh. Well, in that case, Montezuma isn't the only revenge you have to worry about.
Yeah, I can imagine that. And do you get to keep your job at Sony Movies if you upload an entire movie to YouTube? Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott, and this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show.
And we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And we're saved. We're saved.
Yes, technology is going to save us.
I can drop my phone now with glass on both sides. The big exciting thing now is when you drop your phone and the glass breaks, you go, oh, it's only the back side. Didn't break the front side.
Right. But now we may have a way to avoid any side getting broke. How cool is that?
Right. So mobile airbag technology is going to save your phone.
It looks really cool, too. I can see how it works. Well, I don't see how it works, but I understand the principle of it. And this guy's really pretty smart.
Yeah, well, it's a German engineering student, right?
Yes. Philipp Frenzel.
Philipp Frenzel. I'm going to move my microphone up here a little bit. Don't know if I'm on mic or not. So
there you go. Yeah, you're a little louder now.
Am I a little louder now? A little louder now? A little louder now. Hey.
Yep. Yeah, see, we got sidetracked right away, didn't we?
Yeah, well, that's what we do. We get on a subject and we get sidetracked. But this thing is pretty cool looking. I'm not sure exactly how it works. So when it senses that the phone is in a free fall, there's some kind of motion sensor in there. When there are sensors in a phone, these arms these wings switchblade out. They come out of the side, so they're
they curve
like this on the side, and they go like that, and then they flare. They flare out like this.
Right,
so it's like
that's silly. I probably should have downloaded the picture of it because there's a picture here and it would describe this pretty easily.
Would have helped, yeah. We could have done
silly me.
But you guys go look it up. So go look up the mobile airbag for a mobile phone.
Yes, it's really ingenious.
Pretty cool.
You know how if you have your phone and you turn it, the screen rotates,
right?
So that sensor for motion is very sensitive, obviously.
Right. Well, it can tell when it's falling. So the little things open up, they pop out, and then they do this. So when it lands on these arms instead of the phone.
And they'll bounce around a little bit, and they're made out of metal,
which is
I'm assuming
cool.
It's metal. Yeah. Now here's the one thing I don't understand.
Okay.
How many times have you seen people with the phone up here taking a picture, and then they go down here to put the phone in their pocket, right?
Right.
That's a fairly quick drop. Can you imagine holding it when those things come out?
Well, they don't look like blades. They look like
no, but it still is going to make the phone pop out of your hand at that point, which is okay because it's going to be safe.
And then you'll drop it, yeah. But yeah,
I would assume, like anything else, you learn not to do that after you do it one or two times.
Well, it says that in August he's going to do a Kickstarter campaign and try and get funding for this. I mean, it's a simple idea. It's just little metal bars that are, they're under pressure when they're held inside the case, and when it spins out, they just open up.
Exactly.
So it is pretty clever. So I wonder why. It doesn't say why, like if it was a contest at school or anything. They said it was discovered by somebody, but
right.
And they say anyway, this is the start of improving the design of that. But yeah, I mean, why not have like little arms out on that catch your phone before it hits the ground?
We've all had that great idea that you're like, oh man, I should create something like this, but we don't have the skills or the connections to pull it off.
Yep.
So it's nice when you get a student who hits the right spot. And
yeah, I mean, it looks pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So
it does. I like it. And I think the coolest thing about it is it kind of looks sci-fi to me.
Yeah, it does look cool.
And I love sci-fi. You know that.
So, well, we just got through having a Comic-Con here in Las Vegas.
Oh, those are fun. I never get to go to those anymore.
I didn't get to go to it either. It was before the 4th of July weekend. This weekend's just been crazy.
Oh, I can relate. We have Brad Paisley coming up this weekend. So.
Oh yeah, because the 4th of July is Wednesday, and today's Thursday, the day after the 4th of July.
Right.
And it's just very confusing. This whole week is kind of like broken up in the middle, and don't know what's going on. A lot of people are working. A lot of people are not working.
You know what the saddest part about it is?
What's that?
You didn't shoot fireworks professionally yesterday.
No, I'm not doing fireworks professionally anymore.
I know. I still miss it.
It was fun.
It was. Yeah. People don't understand. I understand why people shoot fireworks at home because it's an adrenaline rush when you're shooting fireworks off. But when you do it professionally and everything's done properly, it's even more of a rush because it's not just 1 or 2 because that's all you can afford. You're shooting off 50 to 100.
That's in the finale.
Boy, that's true.
Yeah. We would shoot off 300-400 shell finales, for a mid-sized town.
Yep.
Our biggest finale we ever did was 800 shells.
That's impressive.
And it took 5 minutes to shoot all 800 shells, which is unbelievable. But that was on multiple barges. So, and all tied together where when you do that, we actually had it broke up into 4 segments, but 100 shells each. You would fire that first segment, and they were all fused together to go off one after the other. So we only shot off 4 squibs to shoot off 400 shells.
Exactly.
And we have extra ones in there in case it breaks or that. You have if the wick breaks going between the fireworks, we have another starter, so we can restart it. But yeah, once you flip that switch, you're just sitting back waiting for those 100 to go, and then you're flipping the next switch.
That's right. And one thing I must admit, if there is an accident, the cool thing about being in a barge is you just get to jump in the water.
Yeah. Yes, you jump in the water.
Of course, if you jump in the water, there's one thing you should probably not do, right?
Well, it depends on which body of water you're on. Some water is a little more, shall we say, pungent than others.
That's a good word, yes.
Pungent, a good word.
Do not put that water in your mouth.
Well, so the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, has put out a notice that don't swallow the water that you're swimming in because
there might be poop in it.
Right. But okay, so first off, you've heard the old expression, don't drink the water in a lake because you're swimming in a fish's toilet.
That's correct.
So already there's poop in it. But
That's
what they're talking about is human waste. Which
human or ducks and geese, fowl, because
that is foul, yes.
Yeah. So, but can you believe that a team of researchers analyzed 140 outbreaks that made nearly 5,000 people sick and even killed 2 swimmers?
Really?
In public beaches?
So this
is a lot.
Public beaches. So what they're saying is water that you're swimming on the public beaches is not safe. Forget even the pools and that, where if you remember from Caddyshack, everybody jumps out and they drain the pool, and Murray goes in the hazmat suit and he picks up Butterfinger.
No, it's a Baby Ruth.
Or Baby Ruth, Ruth. Not so bad.
Yeah, and then of course, what's the one with Adam Sandler and something?
Grown Ups?
No. Grown Ups, yeah, when they're all in the pool. Oh, no, there's no dye in the water to make your
for when people pee in the pool. Yeah,
there really isn't, but it still made a great.
The blue rings around them. Yeah.
So yes.
So the CDC is saying that there might be poop in the water you're swimming, so please don't swallow it. And this is, I guess, every summer.
Yes, summer is
talk about how disgusting American swimming holes are. So this is not necessarily pools. This is swimming holes or rivers or little lakes.
Yes, natural water places.
Yeah, and they're saying E. coli is there, parasites are there, and it causes diarrhea and rashes.
Yes.
But the infectious brain-eating amoeba called, I can't pronounce it.
Naegleria fowleri.
Fowleri, yeah. Like fowl, the Fowleria.
Yes.
Wow, they're saying that's even. So use a nose clip to even keep your nostrils shut. You dunk your head underwater when swimming in fresh water and hot springs. So
Exactly.
that's what we're talking about, fresh water and hot springs here.
And remember I mentioned about.
Oh, good. There you go. Your phone's ringing.
It is spam.
So
I can't turn it completely off
because I know you get your business calls. But
yes. Anywho's, where I was going with the foul thing. One of the things that
should we pick up spam and put them on the air?
No, it's not that kind. It's a robocall. I get at least 20 a day of robocalls, and I know what they are.
Answer it and hang up.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Oh, I should have done that. Would have stopped the ringing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But one of the things that makes my wife squeamish is the fowl have, when I say fowl, FOWL, that's water birds and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, well, they're on the golf course out here, and it makes it really tough sometimes to putt or chip because you're standing in a bunch of.
Right, or you're trying to get the ball to go over piles of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're picking.
But
yeah.
One of the biggest problems is a parasite that puts worms in your skin, which causes rashes.
Oh yeah.
No. So use a chlorinated swimming pool if you can. If you can't, take a shower when you're done, and don't swallow the water.
So this is from the CDC.
Yes.
And it says, CDC report says, if a sign says don't swim, then don't swim.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
CDC.
Also, sometimes it's not bad to swim in the lakes because they're clean.
Right.
We're a cleaner country than a lot of countries.
Than we were. But still, they're saying it's funny. But yeah, so that's from the CDC. It says if the sign says don't swim, don't swim. That's it. A good rule of thumb is if the water looks gross, don't swim.
Yeah.
So,
and algae is not gross. Algae is normal. What we're talking about is the other crap that you can see floating.
But it says like this. It says particularly if there are dead things like fish already in it. So if you come up to the shore and the fish are floating half dead,
like those goldfish you used to have as a kid, floating belly up and on their sides.
Right. Yeah. So that's their advice.
Yes.
So look for a sign.
Maybe I take that advice.
Look for a sign, and if there's dead fish floating in the water, don't go. Or if it looks gross.
That's your sign? Isn't there a comedian that says that?
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
Yeah.
Is that Jeff Foxworthy?
No.
No, it's the other guy.
Bill Engvall.
Yes, Bill. Yes.
Yeah. I told you I came up with a here's your sign. So I've seen him about 4 times. And I'm always like, gosh, I wish I could come up with a good here's your sign.
Yeah.
And I actually came up with one. We were in a tattoo parlor. Not for me. One of my friends was getting a tattoo.
Okay.
And the guy's there with he's laying down. He's got the thing on, his arm. It's all, and he's got the gun. He's and the guy walks in and goes, hey, you getting a tattoo? And I went, no. He spilled some ink on his arm and he's cleaning it up with that needle.
Here's your sign. Yes, there we go.
Like, that's actually a good one.
Yeah, so I like it.
I actually wrote one that actually I think works. So
but wouldn't that machine be making a slightly different noise? Yeah, doesn't matter.
Here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
You gotta let it go for the.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of weird water situations and diarrhea, we should do something about the phrase origin story.
All right. So Montezuma's Revenge was what we'll do.
Okay.
Because that has to do with
very much so
the water in traditionally Mexico.
Yes.
It's called Montezuma's Revenge. However, Montezuma's Revenge. So let's talk about the origin of Montezuma's Revenge. Okay.
Yes, please.
Montezuma was the emperor of Mexico from 1502 to 1520.
Neither one of us were born yet.
Okay.
We may be old-timey, but we're not that old-timey.
But he was in power when the Spanish began their conquest of the Aztec Empire.
Correct.
So what happened is, as the Spaniards went there, they would drink the local water, or even eating the food that they weren't accustomed to.
Correct.
And they would get a bacteria illness, which mostly caused diarrhea, or vomiting.
Yeah.
But it was caused by E. coli, right?
Yes.
So that E. coli. So the revenge element alludes that the hostile attitudes of the countries that were previous colonized came back to get these people that were coming there because they were taking over their country.
I like it.
So this translates not just to Mexico, but it translates to a lot of countries now where tourists come in.
Yes.
And when the tourists come in, because they reflect the part of the country that took them over, they get this disease, and it's called Montezuma's revenge. So when Americans go down to Mexico and they drink the water and they're not used to it and they get diarrhea and that and vomiting, they get Montezuma's revenge.
Yes.
But they also called it a couple of other things for Mexico. They called it the Gringo Gallop.
That works, yeah.
Yep. And the Aztec two-step.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just Montezuma's revenge.
No.
But in Asia, if you go there, they called it Gandhi's revenge. And I'm like, well, okay, Gandhi wasn't.
Yeah, Gandhi's like a mellow dude. Bro.
So they have other names. They have the Delhi Belly, because you get gas and you blow.
Right. Yeah.
Delhi Belly. The Rangoon Runs.
See, now that's nasty.
Right. The Bombay Belly from India.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
The Jippy Tummy for Egypt. I'm like, the Jippy Tummy, really? That was not a good one. The Cairo two-step.
Yeah.
Right? Stealing from the
Not very original, but yeah.
But the Pharaoh's Revenge.
That works, yeah.
Right? Because that works, right? And then another one from Egypt to the Mummy's Tummy.
Okay, that's good for the kids, right?
Right. And then in Indonesia, you get the Bali Belly.
Like, yeah, again, it's taking the same thing, yeah.
Right. So, okay. And, it kind of happened, a lot during like World War II when, British and U.S. servicemen were fighting in North Africa and Asia. So they kind of got those.
Right.
Right.
See now, not being original, but being slightly funnier, we could have the turkey two-step, which goes along with all those other two-steps, but at least that one works, turkey two-step.
Right. But do you have a turkey two-step? Do people go to Turkey, drink the water, and eat the food, and get? I
would assume so.
Is the E. coli bacteria different enough there that we don't
hear about it as much? I don't know because they do have issues in Turkey. I know that because one of my friends is in the military and he was stationed there and he got sick.
Okay.
When the trick is, if you eat on base, you're safe because everything is processed. But when you go into town, which everybody wants to do, because if you're going to a foreign country, you don't want to sit in your camp. You want to see stuff. And of course, you try stuff. And it's different to what you're used to.
Yep.
It's not that it's bad, because if it was bad, all those people would be sick.
Right.
It's just different to your system.
You're not used to. Yeah. You don't.
And your system has to adjust.
Well, it's like when you change your diet, right?
Right.
When you change your diet, like people go on high protein diets, get protein gas.
Right.
They would get the
Deli belly
protein. Well, turkey's protein, so they'd get the turkey belly or the turkey two-step. I don't know, but yeah, you kind of get gas from doing a lot of protein. A lot of people who work out get that. So now we got to turn all this shit into a positivity message.
Yes, but here's the cool thing. I know that you can do it.
Oh, yeah, I can do it because it's just going to, right. Well, let's just go for it. So here's our genuine positivity message. If you want to fly, you got to give up the shit that weighs you down. And that's Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison's American novelist, editor, teacher. She was a professor emeritus at Princeton University. She won the Pulitzer Prize.
That's even cooler.
So, yeah. So, very, very cool. But, yeah, so if you want to fly, you've got to give up the weight, the shit that weighs you down.
That's right. Because if you go to the airport with anything more than 50 pounds, it costs you more. So get rid of the ship.
And some airlines is even less than that. And remember, it's only 3 ounces of fluid.
We're back to the fluids again.
There we go.
All right.
So we do have one last story, which I thought was very interesting, which was a nice little treat on July 3rd. So Sony uploads trailers all the time to YouTube so you can see the movies. Right?
Correct. Yes.
So their latest movie trailer they uploaded was for a movie called, was it The Killer?
Khali the Killer.
Khali the Killer. So I don't know if they called it The Killer or Khali the Killer, because I'm looking at the thing here. It says The Killer, official red band trailer, now on DVD and digital. So they might have titled it The Killer, but the movie's name was Khali the Killer. Somebody made a mistake, though.
Big mistake.
And what mistake was that?
They went to do the trailer and put the whole blasted movie up.
So
for free.
Final cut of the movie. They took it down pretty fast.
Yes.
Once they figured it out. But I did think that was pretty funny that trailer sure takes the so
yeah, you think they would have noticed, but like most people, when they upload, they get up and go and do something else while it's uploading.
You upload and you leave. You know, this trailer sure is taking a long time to upload. But yeah, so it is kind of funny.
Because that's when I do my show. I do the upload, then I go back in the house, get a few things done. I come back in half an hour, and it's usually ready.
Right. So you can do all your other stuff. Because it's got to do processing and the other things like that. But yeah, so I'm trying to see if there's any other notes in here. Are we sure that Khali the Killer is even a real movie? There's no Wikipedia page and barely any information about it online. So here comes the conspiracy theorists. Was the whole thing an elaborate conspiracy by Sony to upload the entire feature film that no one has ever heard of so that they can get publicity for it and then release it later?
Anything's possible.
Right? So, yeah, if there's not all this stuff up on the movie, so go out there and check and see if you can find anything. Khali the Killer.
Apparently it's a German movie, isn't it?
I think it might be.
Yeah, it hasn't even. It was released in Germany in November.
So there you go.
So this is supposed to be the Americanized version or something like that.
Sony Pictures. Cool. Yeah, it's all over. It's all over the web, and there is a IMDb page on it.
Cool.
So it's only rated 2 stars though. So.
But that means it's okay.
What?
The ones that get 2 stars is okay.
Okay.
It means it's it's something to do on a rainy day.
Okay.
Although, to be honest with you, a lot of 2-star movies I enjoy better than some of the 3 and 4-star movies I've seen.
Yeah, I'm not ever sure who does this. So, official sites, official Facebook, Country USA, English, release date, August 31st. So it could be, you know.
Yep.
Oh, good. It's only 89 minutes.
Okay, not even an hour and a half.
So not another 2-hour movie. So that's good. So maybe I'll watch it. But it's Khali the Killer.
Cool beans.
So, but it says 2017. So they might
November. So it was the end of the year. So basically,
they might be looking to pub it.
Right.
It could be. The conspiracy theorists may be right. So we should release some stuff like that.
Yes. Accidentally release what?
I don't know. But we have to think of that.
Yeah,
so we have to have suggestions of what we should accidentally release. Go ahead and put them down there. Remember to mash that subscribe button down there. It says click here, and subscribe.
And share.
With that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Make sure you go to What Happened to Las Vegas today. Subscribe there. Fun Guy the Entertainer cooks for you. Subscribe there. We need to talk about if any of your people have come in, if you've done any of those shows yet.
No, we haven't. We're working on it. I'm also doing a giveaway.
We'll talk about that on the next show. We have to talk about it later.
Yeah.
Because we're in our close right now, which means we don't have any more time.
That's right.
Sorry, everybody. So like our shows, like our channels, subscribe. Make comments. Put down there what you think we should release accidentally on purpose. And with that, we want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Crazy, just